The world in the 14th century was interconnected through trade routes spanning continents. Little did they know, something more deadly than gold or silk was about to travel those very roads. In the heart of Asia, a silent killer was on the move. Yersinia pestis, the bacterium that causes the plague. The first whispers of what would be known as the Black Death began in the remote lands of Central Asia, carried by fleas living on black rats. By 1347, the plague reached the city of Constantinople, a major trade hub between Europe and Asia. The fleas hitchhiked aboard merchant ships, quickly spreading the deadly disease through the Mediterranean. In 1348, the plague arrived in Europe, hitting cities like Florence, Paris, and London with devastating force. The disease spared no one, rich or poor, young or old. The dead lie unburied in the streets. No one dares touch them for fear of catching this punishment from God. The end must surely be near. By 1351, the Black Death had claimed the lives of an estimated 75 to 200 million people, nearly half of Europe's population. As more died, society began to unravel. Famine, violence, and superstition swept the land. Desperation led to mass hysteria. Many believed the plague was a punishment from God, and religious movements like the Flagellants emerged. Others blamed minority groups, leading to violence and persecution. When the plague finally subsided in 1353, Europe had changed forever. Entire towns were abandoned, economies were shattered, and labor shortages gave survivors new leverage. Feudalism began to crumble, and the Renaissance was born from the ashes of the old world. The Black Death was one of the darkest chapters in human history, but from its devastation arose new ideas, artistic expressions, and a changing social structure. Today, we remember the Black Death not just as a catastrophe, but as a turning point in world history. It taught us the fragility of life, the dangers of ignorance, and the resilience of humanity in the face of unimaginable odds.